Hey there, beautiful souls. Welcome back to the channel where we turn ancient wisdom into modern insight, one story at a time. If you're new here, consider subscribing and joining this growing tribe of seekers who believe in living with intention, presence, and peace. And if you find value in this story, don't forget to like, comment, or share. It helps us spread this message further. Now, let me ask you something. Have you ever been so calm that someone mistook your stillness for weakness? So grounded, they assumed you'd always be around? This is the story of Roger, a man who walked the path of Zen and Stoicism. He didn't yell, he didn't chase, he didn't beg to be chosen. And when he was treated like an option, he simply left. No dramatic exits, no revenge, just silence. And in that silence, she discovered the full weight of her mistake. This is more than just a love story gone wrong. It's a lesson in emotional mastery, in knowing your worth, and in the quiet power of walking away. So sit back, take a deep breath, and let me tell you what happens when someone plays games with a person who's done the inner work. They say people don't value what they don't fear losing. Roger was the kind of man who didn't chase chaos. He chose silence over noise, clarity over confusion. But she, Sophia, saw his peace as passivity, his loyalty as lack of options. She tested his patience, took his kindness for granted, and gambled with his love. Until one day he was just gone. No closure, no final argument, just silence. And in that silence, she found what she feared most: regret. This is a story of quiet strength, emotional wisdom, and the devastating consequences of playing games with someone who's done the inner work. Roger wasn't flashy. He wasn't the loudest man in the room, nor the most charming by society's standards. But there was a deep, magnetic stillness about him, one that came from years of studying Zen philosophy and Stoicism. He lived by the mantra, "You don't control others, you only control how you respond." He woke up early, meditated before the sun touched the sky, drank tea in silence, and journaled his thoughts without judgment. His peace wasn't performative, it was earned. And then came Sophia, a vibrant, spontaneous woman who thrived in the spotlight of attention and unpredictability. She was drawn to Roger the way fire is drawn to still air. Intrigued, but unaware that too much chaos could extinguish the flame. In the beginning, she admired his calm. She called it sexy when he didn't get rattled. She said it made her feel safe when the world was too much. But over time, that very stillness started to bore her. She grew restless. She craved drama, stimulation, highs and lows, the roller coaster. So she began to test him. She'd delay replies to his messages to see if he'd chase. She flirted openly with others under the guise of just having fun. She'd start arguments just to provoke a reaction. But Roger wouldn't bite. Roger, like the Stoics taught, chose not to react. He didn't yell. He didn't plead. He observed. With detachment. Zen says, let go or be dragged. And every day, Roger was letting go, quietly. He didn't complain. He didn't fight to be chosen. Instead, he made space for her behavior to reveal her intentions. And when it did, he made his decision. There was no explosive breakup, no tears or ultimatums, just gradual distance. Roger began pulling back, not out of malice but from clarity. He stopped initiating calls. He no longer asked her to come over. The messages grew shorter, then stopped altogether. Sophia didn't panic at first. She thought it was just another one of his quiet moods. But a week passed, then 2, then a month, and suddenly he was gone. No drama. No blocked numbers, just absence. He had chosen peace over confusion, dignity over desperation. And in that absence, something unexpected grew in her. Panic. She started calling. First once a day, then several times. Then late-night texts. I miss your energy. I didn't realize what I had. You were right. But Roger had nothing to say. Not because he was angry, but because there was nothing left to fix. He had already made peace with her departure before she even noticed he was gone. Roger once told her gently, I don't need to be the center of your world. But I won't be your backup plan either. The Stoics say, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Roger understood, and so he walked, quietly, fully, and finally. Now it's Sophia who sits in silence. The same silence she once called boring is now deafening. She scrolls through old texts, rereads his messages. How kind, how patient, how present he was. She sees now what she missed then. Roger wasn't boring. He was rare. No one else texts her good morning with intention. No one listens to her without trying to fix her. No one holds space like Roger did. She feels it now, the absence of a man who had mastered himself. But Roger isn't bitter. He doesn't trash talk her. He doesn't look back. He simply lives calm, whole, focused. He drinks tea under the same morning sky, still journals without judgment, still walks in peace. Only now his heart is free because he didn't stay where he wasn't fully respected. Zen doesn't teach you to punish others. It teaches you to set yourself free. Roger didn't leave to make her hurt. He left to keep his soul intact. And that was the lesson. Don't confuse stillness for weakness. Some people are peaceful because they've been through storms you'll never understand. Don't treat people as if they're replaceable because one day they'll replace you with their peace. Love isn't about control or chaos. It's about respect, presence, and mutual regard. Like Zen teaches, when walking, walk. When eating, eat. And when loving, love with intention or don't at all. Be like Roger, not perfect, but self-aware. Be still enough to know when to stay, and strong enough to walk when staying would cost your peace. In a world of noise, be the calm. In a world of options, be someone's clarity. Or walk alone with grace. Like a stoic, like a monk, like Roger. Because sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is leave in silence and never return. And if you're still here, thank you. Thank you for walking this path with me, through the quiet strength of Roger's story, through Zen, through Stoicism, through heartbreak and healing. If this resonated with you, if it stirred something inside, take a moment to reflect. Ask yourself, am I choosing peace, or am I clinging to noise? Because life is too short to beg for love, and far too sacred to spend where you are not honored. If you found value in this story, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell so you don't miss the next journey into timeless wisdom. Your support is what helps this channel grow and keep stories like these alive. And if there's someone out there who needs to hear this, send it to them. Sometimes one story can be the mirror they didn't know they needed. Until next time, stay grounded, stay mindful, and above all, choose peace. Because peace isn't just the absence of noise, it's the presence of self-respect. Much love, and I'll see you in the next story.